Now, most of you know how to do the Chicago opener, and maybe some of you don't. But continue watching today's video because I have something for both parties. So if you're interested, keep watching. Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to my channel. My name is James Pena, and this channel is created to show you the hidden details of sleight of hand, or just to improve on what you may already know. Today we're going to be discussing the Chicago opener. The Chicago opener is a classic opener in Magic, and a lot of people know how to do it, but it is an incredibly good one at that. But again, not only am I going to teach you how to do this beautiful piece of magic, but I'm also going to give you my slight variation on it so you can stop using the Hindu Force. If you don't know what the Chicago opener is, again, I'm about to teach it, but if you want to see an actual performance of it, because I'm not going to show you performance, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go ahead and watch that, and then when you're done watching that, just don't forget to come back and watch my tutorial on it. So instead of going over mechanics, angle sensitivity, and tips and subtleties, I'm just going to structure this trick from kind of top to bottom, beginning to end, and then I'll just give you my tips and subtleties all the way up until the end. So without further ado, let's get into it. So today we are going to be going over the Chicago opener. You are going to need a deck of cards and a duplicate. Before I get into today's video, the reason why I'm using bicycles is to explain the duplicate. I'm only using bicycles for this tutorial, just for, just to teach you. And the reason why I'm not using a fancy deck is because I wanted to show you this. So anytime you need a duplicate, this isn't an ad, by the way, this is just my personal opinion. So instead of buying 2 decks, just buy this. Just buy this Pinnacle deck. Just buy 1 red and 1 blue. I promise you, that's all you're gonna need. Why? Because if you look at it, and I've already used a few of them. It comes with, it doesn't purposely come with duplicates, but you as a magician can use these as duplicates, and you don't have to go out buying 2 decks and pulling a card from another deck to use them. Just buy these Pinnacle decks and you will be fine for a pretty long time. If you use dupes a lot for some reason, you can go ahead and use this. If maybe you're that type of the person that likes having them do signatures, you can have them pick one of these cards into like that deck, and then now they sign off this one, they take it, and you still have your original one in here, if that makes sense. But definitely buy one of these decks. Also, as a little bonus, it comes with a blank card. I've already used it, but I think it comes with 2 blank cards. So if you need a blank card, there's 2 of them for you. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using a duplicate from here. I usually just keep a card in here anytime I do like a gigs or something like that. I know I'm going off a little on a rant, but I'm sure you guys want to know the purpose of these. If you don't, then you can skip ahead. But the reason why I keep the cellophane is so I can put gaps in here. So like what I have in here is a double backer. This is just a single card. I didn't take 2 cards. I bought a deck of these, and then I just keep it here for whenever I need it. And it looks good. You don't need this ad of bicycle. It kind of just makes it a little bit more presentable, I guess. But nonetheless, let's get into the tutorial. So again, you're going to need a duplicate you could use whatever duplicate you want. And let's get started. So this is a setup. So how you want to do it, this can be entirely shuffled. It does not matter unless you want to keep it in a mnemonic stack, but you do not have to. And then from here, oh, there you go. So you want to use your duplicate. So you want to keep the original right here, and then this right on top. So you should have 2 duplicates, 1 blue, 1 red, right there. I personally like using, if I'm going to do the Chicago opener, or if I'm doing reveals where it's a different card reveal, I like using a blue deck just because when you do a reveal, it pops, right? With a red, and if you do blue, yes, it does pop, but I don't know. I feel like that's more like, oh wow, it's right there. With blue, you got to take like maybe a second more to look, but again, just personal preference. So now that you have your setup, right, you are essentially ready to do the Chicago opener. So if you're doing it on a table, I do not recommend spreading it, as you will flash this up here unless you are good at spreading. And what you're doing instead is like pushing off like a block from here and then going, and then you can have them pick whatever they want. You could do it that way. Does not matter, but they can pick essentially any card they want. You can have them cut, does not matter, or you can just take the cards here and have them pick one. So normally I like having them cut. I usually just have them pick. So in this case, the ace of clubs. Boom, put it right on top of this pile. So again, they cut. This is the top packet, right? Then you have them look at it, right? Then you're like, hey, can you put it back over here? They'll put it here on top of the top packet, and now you're gonna finish the cut. The beauty about this is that red card is right on top of it. So you put on top and you square. And now you kind of just do your presentation. You can be very direct here, and you can just be like, okay, hopefully if the deck works in my favor, maybe, it'll tell me your card. You can do something like that. You can also say, I don't know, it's really up to you personally. So you reveal it however you want to, right? You can spread, or you can do this, does not matter. You prefer do it this if you are doing table magic, or just like this, then have them spread out. And then from here, just collect them, show them that there is one card indeed red, and it's their card. And then since they put their king of diamonds right here, and you put this on top, now you can just do your favorite double. And then from here, you talk. Right now they're amazed. I would probably do it one more time just so they can see, and you're almost hiding that red, hiding that double. And then from here, just do your double, and then you could do it here, right? You can, if you know how to do the the Juan Tamariz double, you can come here, and actually the Tamariz double is probably a little better to do here. So from here, that's where you do it, and right now they think that's their card. Then you say you're gonna do it again. Now here is where a lot of magicians still kind of use the Hindu. So if you don't know what the Hindu force is, that card is on the bottom, and they'll do this, and they'll say, hey, tell me when to stop. They stop there, and then they show. And then they just kind of just show that bottom. Me, I think if you just shuffle it a little bit more after, I think it looks good. You can have them shuffle. If you're a slight intensive here, you can either come here, talk, do a one-handed bottom palm, put them out, and then from here, you hold on to it while they're shuffling, and then while they're, when they give it back to you, now it's controlled to the bottom, or whatever. From here, I personally like to do the Cull Force, and that is almost the exact reason why I taught the Cull Force last week, so you can apply it here. So if you haven't watched the Cull Force, I'd recommend watching it. I'll put it over here in the right top hand corner. Watch that if you don't know how to do it, and then come back here. But if you have watched it, I would go ahead and put this in the 7th or 8th position. Does not matter. So just shuffle. Now it's right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's in the 8th position, that 9. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and in-jog, right? And then continue to shuffle. If you don't know how to do an overhand shuffle, or even if you do know how to do an overhand shuffle, I would also recommend watching my other video because I have tips and subtleties there as well. So you keep shuffling, and then at that in-jog, you pick up and you put it on top. And now right now to them, it's shuffled. And from here, you want to spread, right? From here, this would be face down. That 9 of spades, you want to go ahead and pull and cull it, just like you were about to do a Cull Force. Then you come here, have them touch whatever they want. I usually just leave the top spread open. If they pick it, that's fine. I've had some spectators push if anything, that makes it a little bit more convincing. Have them push, and just be like, hey, just touch one. They touch this one, and then from here you just show that it's the 9 of spades, and then from here you just lose it, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to make it red again, or try to make this red, and you come here, do a little snap, wave, gesture, whatever you want. It's not gonna be red. From here you can try as many times as you want. All right, again, this is your personality. You could be that personality that's always messing up and, you know, just, wow, why is this not working, right? Or you can have the spectator and be like, hey, why is this not working? Maybe you need to do it, right? There is a lot of room for performance here. There's a lot of room to add your personality, your kind of flavor to this trick. So, I don't know, it creates, again, it's an opener, right? And people will get a vibe of who you are from here, right? That's generally what an opener is. So from here, personally, what I like to do is I show them, right? I show them that the 9 of spades doesn't turn red. I'm like, huh, where did it go? Actually, is it even in here is what I'll say. And then I'll come here. I'll have this towards myself, right? Once I see that 9 of spades, as I come down, right? As I come down, I'm gonna call it as I come down. And now I'm gonna be like, now I take my time here. I'm like, hey, do you see the 9 of spades? And then they'll look with me. They're gonna look. Take your time here. Take your time. And they're gonna see it's not there. And you could be just like, hey, you know what? I think I missed it. Let's try this again. They haven't seen the bottom half, so they're looking with you. And once you get here, you again slow, and then right when you get like towards, I don't know, like this part, just go a little fast. Like, man, it really is not there. Right now it's on top, right? But they don't need to know that. You just leave it there. And you're like, wait, actually, we said it was gonna turn red, but we never said where. So from earlier, it was the king of diamonds. Right now, they think the king of diamonds is just sitting right there out in the open. You haven't touched it, and then now you just turn it over, and now it's the 9 of spades. You don't have to leave it over here. If you really wanted to, you can just put it back in the box. You can show that oh, I actually left a card in here, my bad. You can show them the box empty and be like, okay, look, I'll just safeguard this with you. We'll find another card. And then from there, you do that 9 of spades again. But essentially that is the Chicago opener. Again, I know a lot of magicians know what this is, but I feel like a lot of them still use the Hindu, hence why I kind of wanted to teach this. Kind of like 2 birds with 1 stone. I teach you how to not use the Hindu, and for those that don't know what this is, I'm kind of just teaching you what it is. So fairly quick video, I fully understand that, but again, there is a lot of room for performance. If anything, that is the one thing you need to take out of today's video, is that there is a lot of room for your performance and a lot of subtleties here, or personality and flavor that you can add to this. I cannot stress that enough. I would rather you take this piece of advice than replacing the Hindu with a Cull advice, you know? So study it, practice it, perfect it. Make sure you're doing it over and over and create your own opener out of it so people can understand who you are when you're doing some sort of magic. Hopefully you enjoyed today's tutorial, and I hope you like this variation of the Chicago opener. That being said, to my new viewers, if this is the type of content that you like, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload. To all my returning viewers, if there's something that you did not like in today's video, whether it was how I taught it, or maybe you don't like the way I presented it, then go ahead and leave in the comments below, right? Maybe, I mean, I don't have the answers to everything. If you have something that can make this trick, or maybe the slides I was using to make it better, then leave it in the comments, not only just for me to see it, but for any other magicians to see, and they can be better off of it. But if there's anything else that you want to cover, as in maybe the video quality wasn't good, maybe the lighting wasn't good, maybe the angle wasn't good, I'm just using those as examples, but again, if there's something that you want me to hear your opinion on, again, write it in the comments. That's the only way I'm gonna know, because I can't read your mind. But on the flip side of that, if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button to show your support. Also, one last thing, if there's something that you want to see, if there's a piece of magic or a sleight that you've been working on that you just need help with, then write it in the comments, and that will most likely be next week's video. Well, that concludes today's video, so I will be seeing y'all next week. Peace.